You said abki baar 400 par. If it was really a pro-incumbency in your favor, why are we looking at a low turnout? You know, overall also, Niti, a lot of these figures on our screens are figures that we've collated till 5 this evening, and they all have a story to tell. So people are saying, have your voters not stepped out right now to ensure your 400 par, Niti?
Okay, so first of all, I think a low turnout is not good for the democracy per se. I think we need to educate or motivate more people to go out and exercise their right and the duty to vote. But that said, I think the voters' turnout is not a clear indicator of voter inclination. So to say that this is some sort of anti-incumbency for the government does not make sense, because I think in 1998 also there was a 4% jump and the BJP formed the government, but a year later again there was voting. The voter turnout was about 1% less, but we still got a similar number of seats. So to say that the voter turnout is in any way going to define which way the wind is blowing, that is not right. Like Modi ji has just tweeted, we are very confident of getting the numbers that we expect, and the people are supporting us. There have been many reasons, probably like a lot of you also have been saying, there's been a heat wave in the south a lot. There's been farmers who have been going, so there could be a multiple reasons. But irrespective of that, I think this is a more of a democratic issue. We need to motivate more people to come out and vote, but it is in no way a question mark on the BJP or a mark of anti-incumbency.
Okay, so you say we are super confident, and clearly, you know, Niti, when one is looking at these numbers, I also saw the figures of 2019, and Rajgopalanji, you would agree that the kind of benchmark that the BJP had set for itself in 2019 possibly, and if you take that as a base, you clearly are seeing a decline in the voter turnout. Now, could that actually have a story like Niti has to say, or is that a story like the India Alliance has to say? We'll have to find out. But Rohan, why don't you tell me, should this also not worry you? The BJP doesn't have much to lose, they say. They say our voter is committed, our voter is coming out. But they say that the opposition really here is worried because their voters don't see a contest.
Good evening, Niti. Good evening, everyone else. You know, Dipti, sorry, I'm so sorry, I can't see who's I'm talking to. I'm on the. But coming back to your main point, Dipti, usually, if the low voter turnout happens, it's supposed to be pro-incumbent. So I'm actually taking this with a pinch of salt, because my friend from BJP, she said that, you know, she's not worried about the anti-incumbency and everything with her opening comments. And for that matter, after the first phase of the elections, what we've noticed is the pitch, the wordings, the word choice of the BJP leaders from the Prime Minister himself has been very different from talking on development and talking on what he's delivered. He's gone into a very, religious, on the religious lines. He's attacked the Muslims in Rajasthan, where if you see Rajasthan as a population, the Muslims make about 10% of the voters. So for him to say something like that, it was quite a surprise. So if you see from the INDIA Alliance perspective, the Alliance is very confident. You have to see the numbers. Okay. In 2019, the 88 seats which voted today, the BJP had 52 seats over there. And I would give them the benefit of the doubt, because if you see Kerala, the 20 seats which the INDIA won, then the BJP got 0. So if I take the 20 out of the 68 today, I strongly feel the Congress and the allies, we are going to get more than half of the seats today. So that's a very good news. I'm going to talk about Bengal, because Dipti, you said that it was a contest between the BJP and the TMC. Dipti, it is not
so you're wondering why aren't we talking about the Congress and the left? Today. Rohan,
I will give you
point taken. Rohan, what we've decided to do is we'll go state by state. We began with Kerala, but we are talking about Bengal. Just allow me a moment.
Happen in the later phases,
Rohan, allow me a moment, because we'll go state by state. We are going next to Karnataka. We'll come to Bengal. We'll be looking at the numbers. We'll be looking at key constituencies that have voted so far. So, Mr. Rajgopalan and also Tariq, just allow me a moment. Niti, I will allow you to respond, but let's put out the other data also now that we have. Our team tells us that we can put out the data for Karnataka and the key constituencies that we've been looking at, and how have those constituencies moved so far. Now, this is Bengaluru Central that has seen 2019 versus 2024. Look at this, 54.32 to a 48.61. We'll move forward now again. The entire area, remember, has been plagued with a lot of issues, civic issues, water scarcity, but when it comes to voting, we do not see that kind of an enthusiasm in voters. And that's a story written large almost on all these constituencies. Next is Bengaluru North, 54.74% to a 50, I noticed. Then we are going to Bengaluru Rural. This is the only seat that was won by the Congress in 2019, 64.98 in 19 to a 61.78 in 24. This is where you have seen the Congress trying to put its best foot forward to ensure that they retain that seat and perhaps gain more. Bengaluru South, 2019, that was 53.70, and now it is a 49.37. So even if you look at the Bengaluru, constituency as a whole, you will see that depending on, where you are, whether it's a rural area, the southern Bengaluru always has an issue with the voter turnout. Chikbalapur is 76.74 to a 70.97% right now. So there has been a story that is being repeated. Is this voters not getting really excited? They do not find any incentive in coming out to vote, or are they complacent? Because they believe the BJP anyways is coming to power, as the party would want us to believe. To Mandya, 77.43 to a 74.87. A lot at stake here when it comes to H.D. Kumaraswamy himself. You've seen an alliance between the JDS and the BJP. Could that dent the prospectus of the Congress, particularly in the Vokaliga belt, is something that has been decided by this particular phase itself. And likewise, we are looking at Tumkuru, then Udupi also. You have seen the turnout right now, 76.07 to a 72.13. And now, as Rohan was alluding towards, we'll put our focus on Bengal. Bengal, a very important state. Also, when it comes to the relevance of the Trinamool itself, what can the Congress do? What has the BJP been able to do? 18 seats is what they won the last time around. You're looking at 2024 numbers at a 71.84%. This is a turnout till 5 p.m. in fact this evening, and that has seen a jump. So you will see the variation. When it comes to Bengal, it does vote in better numbers versus what an Uttar Pradesh or a Hindi heartland does. And Rohan, now I'll allow you to complete your point, because we've seen Bengal, and Bengal in the same heat wave, as Niti was referring to, has seen a greater and a better turnout versus an Uttar Pradesh or a Maharashtra.
Thank you, Ritti. I just wanted to make a quick point here.
Yes.
I just want to congratulate the people of the three seats which went to polling today, because outside of Darjeeling, the hills, even if you come down to the plains of Siliguri and then you come into Raiganj and you come into Balurghat, these are the three seats which the BJP had won in 2019. The two out of them, Raiganj and Darjeeling, have never been won by the Trinamool in its history. And Balurghat is the seat which the BJP's incumbent state president, Chuganta Mojumdar, is standing. So my point, which I wanted to make to you and to your audience, is please don't write off the Congress-left alliance in these three seats. And I'm here as a Congress representative. I'm saying this with a lot of confidence that the Raiganj seat today is going to throw a surprise to the people on the 4th of June when the results come out, because the Congress is going to win that seat. The Darjeeling seat is going to be very close. The turnout at 5 o'clock, and I think it will cross 80% in all the three seats. So it will be a very close election. Don't write off any of the three parties, but definitely don't write off the left and the Congress. Coming back to Karnataka, in 2019, the Karnataka elections, the Congress and the JDS were in an alliance when it fought that election, and the JDS and the Congress combined the vote transfer has never been seamless. This time the Congress is in its own majority, and it's fighting this election on its own voice, on the guarantees it has delivered. The low voter turnout is disappointing in places like Bangalore, because you would expect the urban and the educated people to come out and vote in high numbers. But for them to not turn up is a disappointing thing. But we are very confident that the Congress will do much, much better than what it has done in 2019. And any seat we gain there is a win for us.
Okay, so Rohan, you clearly see a lot of hope in Bengal. And see, it's not the media writing you off. It's Mamata Banerjee who said that the Congress and the left is no factor. So, you know, I mean, that is how the entire perception battle also has played.
That's a political pitch.
Okay, you're saying it's a political pitch. We'll have to see how these numbers can be decoded. I get your point, Rohan.
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? It's antibacterial.
Easy to clean.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो